Hello everyone, this is Tina Gale here, back with the Crafty Maven Getaway. And this week we had this beautiful inspiration piece of all of these villas kind of on the hillside and all these bright colors. And so the windows really stood out to me as well as all of the different colors. And so I decided to start with this cut file that's these kind of hexagon shapes and with some of the openings. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking some foam dots and I cut them down to kind of pop that up. And that's an inspiration that I've picked up from Paige Evans, watching all of her great layouts with digital die cuts. And so I decided to try that on this layout. I thought it was going to be really cute. And then I just fussy cut a lot of little hexagon shapes out of the pattern paper. And the paper that I'm using is the Zoe collection. It's a brand new collection from Close to My Heart. And it has all of these fun, whimsical patterns to it, as well as the colors and the coral and the green and kind of the glacier blue and a little bit of yellow. And so I just thought it would be the perfect backdrop for the pictures that I have and for this inspiration piece that we're working with this week. And this layout's also heavily inspired by a layout that's in our catalog this year. And they use this cut file kind of in the same way and all of the same products. But I kind of took my own twist on it and did my own little embellishing and, you know, a different style photo and all of that. But it is inspired by that. And so here is the piece, and I just backed it on this slate gray kind of grid background just to have all of that white cut and all of the bright colors and stuff kind of just pop up off the page. And then I'm just using this branding strip, and it's the same pattern as this gray background, except for it's in the blue. And it says One Happy Day, and it has some little embellishment flowers and things on it. So I like having just a strip of paper at the top or the bottom of the layout and stuff when I'm doing a design that's in the center of the page like this. And so this little branding strip was perfect for that. But I wanted to build up some clusters up there. And so I took this gray polka dot washi tape and put it up underneath the branding strip. And then I'm going to put a little bit of longer strip down at the bottom just to help kind of ground the page too, so that everything's not so heavy to the top. And then this is what I'm going to use to kind of back my photo. And as you can tell, the pattern paper's got this wonky edge on. And it was just a piece that I cut off, and it was going to go behind the photo, and I really wanted to use it, so it didn't matter to me. I just squared up the other three sides, and I'm just going to have it where it kind of peeks out on the left-hand side, and then this blue cardstock piece, I'm going to have it, I was going to have it, as you can see, I kind of had it just pulled off to the side, but I didn't really like it, so I pulled it back up, and I'm going to do it where it kind of mats all the way around the top three sides, because I'm going to do some more building up to the bottom of this layout, and so that way I had plenty around the top. Now normally if I wasn't doing the die cut on the back, I'd probably build it up with a lot more pattern paper behind the photo, but because I have such a busy background with that die cut, the hexagons and stuff, I really didn't want to put too much there, and I have all of those layers popped up. And so that's giving me plenty of dimension and everything. So I'm really liking the way that it is. So all of the embellishments here, they are part of this collection. So it's the Zoe assortment. And it's really fun because there's these clear vellum pieces that are printed on. There's these ones that are printed on craft cardstock. And so I just pulled out some of the flowers, and then I have a few that have little phrases on them, and then some of the vellum pieces. And so when I start my embellishing, I kind of started at the top there because I knew what I wanted to do with it, and then the rest is kind of going to build around the photo. So at the top I just added a little flower, or the larger flower and a small flower with the vellum piece, and then that craft cardstock, and I'm going to end up pop dotting some of those, but I just kind of wanted to get an idea of everything that I had, if it was going to be enough to finish the embellishments for this layout, or if I needed to pull more items in. And so I had that ampersand that's printed on the vellum, and I really liked it, and I wanted to kind of showcase it. So I put it right inside of one of the hexagon cutouts beside the photo. And I'm going to add a lot of my journaling and my clustering right up around that. So I knew I wanted to get that kind of put into place. And then I had that camera that was the vellum piece. And so I wanted to kind of use it, since it was my larger piece, I wanted to use it as the base of my embellishment cluster down there. And so now that I have my photo down, those 3 vellum pieces are kind of the base of my embellishment clusters, my 3 areas that I'm going to build up. And so that's kind of where I started with those. I just wanted to make sure where they were going to go and then build around it. So now I'm ready to kind of start adhering all of that down. And this picture is of my daughter. It was on her first day of work at a job that she had before she left for Disney, so she doesn't work there now. So I just wanted to snap a picture of her before she left. It's her first kind of full-time job that she's ever had, other than summer jobs, which of course were full-time, but kind of just a rite of passage of her growing up. You know, she's had graduated, she's going to college, she has her first full-time job, so she's a part of the working class now. She wasn't real thrilled with me snapping the photo and stuff, but she always smiles and cooperates and lets me grab it. So I thought it was a cute little photo. And so I just wanted to kind of document that little story so that she would have it. It's not like a big event in her life or in our life or anything, but I think later when she looks back, it will be something that's meaningful to her. Just, you know, just big milestones in your life as you grow up, and things that change as you get older, and you have to start working, you have to be an adult, and all of that. So that's why I kind of wanted to scrap this photo. Okay, so I have all of my embellishments, and now I'm just adhering them down. And like I said, I went ahead and pop dotted. This top says my status, and then the sun says shine, and then there's a couple of little flowers, which just kind of repeat all of the colors that are in my color scheme, as well as shapes, and just building up those 3 clusters. And then down by the ampersand, I had another little tag, and it says my story, and I pop dotted it. It's flat against the die cut, but it's pop dotted up on the opened edges so that it will stay up with just a little bit of foam tape. And then this bottom right cluster, it kind of gave me a little bit of problem. I kept kind of playing around with it. I wasn't quite sure. I didn't like all of the embellishments all pushed up close together next to the photo, and that's normally kind of how I do my embellishments, like you see at the top right and stuff. Everything's kind of touching each other so that it just keeps building. And this one, I didn't really care for that, and so I'm kind of pulling it apart, but yet I'm struggling, you know, does it look good, does it not look good? And this camera, I was trying to figure out how to put just a little bit of more color in with it because it was kind of lost. And so you'll see me kind of play with the enamel triangles. Excuse me. And then with these little flowers, trying to just get it to where I liked it. And I don't really think that any of the ways that I kind of put it were wrong. I think it would have worked. It was just not kind of what I had envisioned in my mind. And so, as you see, I'm still sitting here and just moving them around and just trying to figure it out. But I knew I wanted that camera up on that photo. So it's like when I get here, and I'm such a visual, if you follow my YouTube videos, you know I'm like a visual, and I can play and play and play about a million different ways of where you could put an enamel dot. And sometimes I just have to say stop and just put it down. And so that's where I was at right now. It's just like, put the camera down, you know you want that, and then just make a decision and just keep going. And so part of it was I had all these kind of little gaps and empty places, and so then I pull out this gray washi trying to decide, well, can I add it in somewhere? And I do end up putting it under the camera there, but I had a heck of a time. It didn't want to go on straight, so but I finally got it up under there, and I liked that a lot better. So I will decide just to spread it out. This layout would have been really cute to take it to the sewing machine and do some stitching. So if you try to recreate this, or you're working with digital die cuts, I'd recommend going and doing that. Adds a lot of fun. I've been doing a lot of stitching on layouts here lately. And if you're not already a subscriber on my YouTube channel, if this is the first time you've seen me, I'd love to have you come on over. My YouTube channel is Tigger's Teaching, and I'll have links down below as well as all of my information at the very end so that you can come check me out. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram under My Scrappy Ideas. Those links will be down below too. And I want to thank Hannah and everybody that's been working so hard on the Crafty Maven Getaway YouTube channel and all of the other YouTube artists. There's a lot of fun things coming up, so don't miss out. You can come back every day for inspiration, but there is a fun crop that's coming up this Saturday, so there'll be challenges and lots of inspiration coming up this Saturday, so be sure to come back and check it out. As well as in a couple of weeks, we'll have another fun event. So be sure to come back and check those out. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Hop on over to my YouTube channel and subscribe so that you can see more layouts like this and others if you've enjoyed this. And I'll have some still shots of the layout coming up at the end that you can check out. And thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.